garment which covereth him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be the reward of mine adversaries from the Lord, and of them that speak evil against my soul.
And God knows all about the murmurings and all about the idle words that go behind our backs in those houses, no matter where you're at talking about us. God knows all about it, and he's coming after you. This is why all this stuff is going on in the world, and he's not going to stop. Go ahead, now you could go.
2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And we already know who that is. We know who the son of perdition is. That's what we're talking about. That's what the Most High has it documented. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
And see, you've exalted yourselves, saying that you're God. And so you shouldn't have did that, because God said that from the foundation. There should be no other God before me. But you guys put up Cesar Borgia, that homosexual, that him and his brother Giovanni slept with the same sister Lucretia, and then he killed his brother. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 28 verse 1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not God.
Because he knows you're just a man, and he knows you're getting ready to perish. Right. That's why he's saying this. Go ahead.
Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
And see, because God knows how you like to do those diligent searches. You like to do diligent searches. You search everything out. But see, guess what? He's searching you out all through these scriptures. Go ahead.
With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silvers into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
And that's what he's doing. He's getting all these other nations together. That's what he's doing. And he's going to make them all fight one against another. You guys are getting ready to go into this battle, this World War III. This is what you're going to get, and you're going to get that nuclear destruction. Go ahead.
And they shall defile thy brightness.
And they're going to defile this place. Once the missiles hit, it's over for all of you. All this money's not going to do you no good. What is it going to do when every building is desolate? You're not going to have no financial institutions when they're all desolate. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God, but thou shalt be a man and no God?
Because you puffed yourself up with this pride. And he said that pride comes before the fall. Go ahead.
In the hand of him that slayeth thee, thou shalt die the death of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers. For I have spoken it, saith the Lord God.
See, the Lord God has spoken all this. So if the Lord God has spoken this, it's coming to pass. This is what it is. Go ahead.
Psalms 10 verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. For the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God.
And see, the wicked, see what it is, you got so much pride. He said through the pride of your countenance, you're not going to seek after God, because God is not in all your thoughts. What's in your thoughts is filthy lucre and all this carnal stuff and all this wealth, which is he's going to destroy it. This is what this is saying. Read.
God is not in all his thoughts.
God is not in no wicked person's thoughts. They say, oh, he's in my heart. He's not in your heart. Not if you're not doing what he says in this Bible. Go ahead.
His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above thereof out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
See, God is laughing at all his adversaries right now. He's sitting up there on the throne laughing because he knows, he declares the end from the beginning. And he knows how your end is going to be. And it's not going to be nice for you. Go ahead.
He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
And see, you in your heart, you'll say, we're going to always have all this money. And we're always going to be on top of the congregation. This is what you're saying in your mind, but that's not what God says is going to happen. Go ahead.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Like they did that guy in Minnesota, George Floyd, how they did him. They just sit there lurking in secret places, waiting on God's people to attack. But see, God already has it written. He knows about it.
His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor, whom he draweth in into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by a strong one.
And those strong ones, he's talking about like your military might. He's talking about your police departments. He's talking about the FBI. He's talking about the CIA. That's the strong ones. He says how you guys set up these traps. But God is getting ready to smash all of those entities. Go ahead.
He hath said in his heart, God has forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble.
And he's not going to forget the humble, because he said he resists the proud, but gives grace unto the humble. He's not going to forget us. He's not. It's just a matter of time. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
And see, he knows about all the wicked people. He says your soul which is lifted up with pride is not upright in you.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just is, we're going to live by our faith. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. We actually haven't seen Christ come yet, but we know he's on his way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
And you're a proud man, and you like to transgress by wine with all these lies and all these ideologies that you push with all these lies in all this society. Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
And you've enlarged your coast as hell. You've got all the wealth now, but he says you're as death and you cannot be satisfied. You're always building something and you just can't stop. Go ahead.
But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
And see, God knows all about it. He knows all about it. You can close out.
Matthew 26 verse 6. Now when Mashiach was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Mashiach understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall so this, that this woman hath done, be told for memorial of her.
And with that,
we like to give all glory, honor, and praise to the Most High God, the God of Israel, and to all the 12 tribes of Israel out there. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.